clicked on this video because you think I'm going to show you a book haul, that's what I'm going to do. Hello beautiful people of the internet, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah if you're new here, and I'm so excited that you joined me today. It's been a minute, aren't you guys proud? I haven't done one of these in a long time. And I didn't even buy half these books. They were gifted to me because I have the best friends in the whole world. Okay, let's stop jabbering, let's get into the real reason that you're here, and let me show you the books I got. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. This is one of the most anticipated books of everybody and their brother. I am currently in the middle of my first Abby Jimenez book, and I'm loving it so far, so I'm hoping I'm really gonna like this one. I purchased this for my friend Gwen's Patreon book club, The Night Owls, and I'm going to be participating in the discussion for this book at the end of the month, so hopefully I love this. Speaking of book club discussions, I'm going to be also discussing this book with my friend Keisha in her Christian book club called Revive, and that is Dear Henry, Love Edith by Becca Kinzer. This is the first book that I'm going to be reading by this author. Apparently this author writes really good, wholesome stories. This book is about our main character named Edith, and Edith has just recently lost her husband, and she's awaiting some paperwork on a trip that she's supposed to be taking, and she takes a short-term nursing job. Well, she's just really in a slump right now, and for obvious reasons, and so she doesn't really need to be falling for a local, especially the guy that's going to take her in as a house guest. This sounds really cute. It sounds very wholesome. This is a Christian romance, and I'm really excited to see how Becca Kinzer weaves grief and faith and all those things into this love story. This next book is actually a gift from my sweet friend LeaBeth. I will link her channel down below, and she gifted me Bride by Ali Hazelwood. She loved this one. However, if you've seen one of my most recent vlogs, then you probably know what that sigh was about. I used to love Ali Hazelwood, at least I thought I did, because I really loved The Love Hypothesis, and then from there I just really didn't enjoy what I was reading from her. And then I picked up Check and Mate and was filled with rage. I cannot stand that book, and even the thought of it just makes me want to rage. But I am willing to give this one a chance because LeaBeth talks so highly of it, and I have heard really good reviews of it. Apparently, this is kind of like a Twilight sort of thing where the main character is a vampire and she falls in love with a werewolf. Thank you so much, LeaBeth. I cannot wait to give this one a shot. Okay, the next two books that I'm going to mention them together, but they were both gifts from my sweet friends Gwen and Wendy, and I will also leave both of their channels below. So Gwen actually gifted me The Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller, and let's just take a minute for this edition. Look at how gorgeous this is. This is one of the most stunning books that I have in my collection. I am obsessed. Gwen sent me this because she knew that I was in my pirate romance era, and I honestly don't see myself getting out of it anytime soon, and spoiler alert, I may or may not be picking up this one very soon. And the next book from my sweet friend Wendy goes right along with that, and that is Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. I believe this is book number 2 of this series, and guys, she even got me the special edition, so it matches the first book. How beautiful are these books? I cannot. They're stunning. I cannot wait to dive into this series, so thank you Gwen and Wendy for making that a reality for me. Why do they leave stickers on books? I don't understand. Like, this should be boycotted by now. Okay, so we are getting into the books that I bought. Listen, no judgment. No judgment. Okay, the first book that I bought completely on a whim because I really liked the cover and I really liked the synopsis. And it's called Missing Isaac, and it's by Valerie Fraser Luce. And I really need to read you the synopsis because I just think this is going to be a good one. When Pete McLean loses his father in the summer of 1962, his friend Isaac is one of the few people he can lean on. Though their worlds are so different as black and white, friendship knows no color. So when Isaac suddenly goes missing, Pete is determined to find out what happened, no matter what it costs him. His quest will lead him into parts of town that he knows only through rumors and introduce him to a girl who will change his life. What they discover together will change this small southern town of Glory, Alabama forever. I love a good friendship story. My dog is just eating something. Well, it's gone now. I love a good friendship story, and I'm really hoping this delivers what I think it's going to. The next book I found at my local used bookstore, and I about had a heart attack right there on the floor. The Block Party by Jamie Day. This was on my anticipated releases of... when did this come out? 2023. And I looked at this at Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, all of the high chain stores, and I just didn't want to pay $28 for it. I'm sorry, I'm a cheapskate in that realm. But I found it. I found it at my local used bookstore for $9. I'm so excited, guys. I think this is going to give me all the rich people drama that my soul just craves. The residents of the exclusive cul-de-sac on Alton Road appear to be living idyllic lives. But underneath the surface, they're all entangled in a web of secrets and scandals. Honey, you don't have to tell me anymore. Next book was an author buy for me, and that is The Island Villa by Sarah Morgan. Sarah Morgan is the same author that wrote The Book Club Hotel, which I just read like back in December, I think, and absolutely loved it. I loved that book with my whole heart and soul. I recommend that you read that one first. I don't know about this one, but I have a feeling that this is going to be a summer version of that book because that book was so feel-good and so wholesome, and I loved it. And I have a feeling that this one is going to be the same, but with summer vibes. This is one of my anticipated releases of the year. Oh my gosh. The Catch by Amy Lee. Look at this cover. Can we just take a minute for that grumpy fisherman now? He looks pretty friendly. This is book number 3 in the influencer series that Amy Lee writes. The first book is Sit On You, the second book is X's and O's, and this is the third and newest release. I'm so excited. I think I'm most excited about this one because it does take place in a small fishing town, and I love that setting, and I love the whole grumpy sunshine trope. This book has everything in it for me. Okie dokie. This is also another author buy for me. Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. How many times have you guys heard me say the name Jennifer Lynn Barnes on my channel? Let's take a count. If you don't know, Jennifer Lynn Barnes is the same author that wrote The Inheritance Games, and my personal favorite is the Natural series, which is a like YA Criminal Minds series. This, I feel like, is her take on Regency, but make it YA, and obviously make it a little bit secretive. I'm there. Next book was a cover buy. Man, I really need to justify these book purchases a lot better, but that's a next month problem, okay? Bookshop by the Sea by Denise Hunter. I've heard really good things about Denise Hunter. I've heard her books are really wholesome and sweet, just like Sarah Morgan. And I love books that take place by the beach because the beach is quite literally my happy place. I would spend all of my life at the beach if I could. After her mother became bedridden and her father bailed on the family, Sophie Lawson found herself serving as a second mother to her twin brother. I have a twin brother. Sophie supported her siblings through their college years, putting aside her own dreams and opening up a bookshop in Piper's Cove, the quaint North Carolina beach town they frequented as a child. Now it's finally time for Sophie to follow her own pursuits. Seth has a new job, Jenna is set to marry, but the destination wedding reunites Sophie with the best man. This sounds really cute. And last, but certainly not least, I feel like this book haul could have been a lot worse. We could have like had 60, 70 books, but we didn't. We're learning the word self-control. The last book I want to show you is a graphic novel called Lost Time. And I don't really know a ton about this, but my kids and I have been talking a lot about the dinosaur age and a lot about dinosaurs, and for some reason when I saw this in the store, I just immediately picked it up because dinosaurs and the way that they lived and when they lived is really interesting to learn about, and if I can get a fun graphic novel out of it, I feel like I'm winning. That's my justification about this one. And there you have it, sweet friends. Those are all the books that I have to haul for you today. Again, I feel like it could have been much worse, but I am wanting to obviously read the books on my shelf, and I'm really trying to limit what I buy. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books and if you think that I should move any of these books higher on my TBR. If you don't have any words to say, just leave me a good classic book stack for obvious reasons. Alright, my friends, I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys!